Now to the latest in those two shootings within a few hours and from the same Southwest Fresno neighborhood. The first was this morning. The second, just after the lunch hour. Reporter Haley Gears spoke with police about this today. She joins us from our newsroom with tonight's top story.
Earlier today, there was not one, but two shootings in Southwest Fresno. Early this morning, just before 7:30 a.m., the police received a ShotSpotter notification alerting them of their first shooting near South Geneva and East Lorena. There were two victims of the shooting that the police found at the scene, one of which was a man in his 40s who was immediately taken to Community Regional Medical Center, where he unfortunately later died from his injuries. The other victim was a woman in her 50s who was also being taken to the hospital after being struck in the head. As of now, the police have confirmed that she is alert and stable.
The investigation continues. Officers are speaking to witnesses, canvassing the area for evidence and witnesses.
Later in the day, at around 12:30 p.m., the police received a second ShotSpotter notification near Arthur and Hawes, only 2 miles away from the shooting that had occurred earlier in the day. When they arrived at the scene, officers found only one person who had been shot in the shoulder. They were taken to the hospital, and it is expected that they will survive. The police later learned that there was a second victim of the shooting who was shot multiple times in the upper body and were driven to the hospital in a separate car. There has been no update so far as to what their current condition is.
We had multiple activations of ShotSpotter in the area. The first one was a 3-round ShotSpotter, followed by a second one that was 15 rounds. When officers arrived, they found that there was a black male adult. I believe he was in his mid-30s. It was transported to CRMC with a minor injury, gunshot wound injury to one of his shoulders. We do have information of a vehicle that might be involved. That's believed to be an orange SUV that was left the area.
Due to the fact that the shootings were only 5 hours and 2 miles apart, officers are looking into whether or not this could be a result of gang-related activity. There's been no description of the shooter so far. However, investigators are looking for an orange sedan as a vehicle that may have been involved in the incidents. Reporting from the News Center, this is Haley Gears with MyTV 53 News at 8.
All right, Haley, also new tonight from Fresno PD, the following surveillance video was released today. On Saturday, April 29th of this year, at about 2:30 p.m., two suspects entered the Save Mart located on East Champlain Avenue. The first suspect loaded a shopping cart with a large amount of merchandise and left the car near the front door. The second suspect entered the store on a skateboard, grabbed the shopping cart, and attempted to leave without paying. An employee attempts to stop him when a fight breaks out. Eventually, the second suspect left the location without the merchandise. If you have any information on these people, call Valley Crime Stoppers 498-STOP.